We are so excited today. We have with us Karen, and Karen has been associated with A Touch of Understanding for more than 10 years, haven't you, Karen?
That's correct.
All right. And we're so thrilled that you're spending a little time with us this morning to share your story, because everybody has a story that's been involved with ATOU. I know you don't always believe that, but that in fact is true. That is true. So tell us how you first got associated with A Touch of Understanding.
Back in 2009, a friend of mine knew that I was working with an organization called RAN, Roseville Area Newcomers and Neighbors, and knew that as the program chairperson, I was responsible for presenting to our board the charity to be supported that year for their confirmation. And so she thought, she was connected with A Touch of Understanding because she's a former teacher, retired, and had them at her school.
Okay.
And so...
and you've been a teacher too.
I was a teacher as well.
Okay.
And so she invited me to go to one of the workshops, and so I went to the workshop in Granite Bay.
Okay.
And had an opportunity to see all of the stations and the talks and so forth, and was very, very impressed.
Wow.
Very impressed with what I saw. I saw it as not only an opportunity for children to see disabilities and the capabilities of people with disabilities, but also an anti-bullying program.
Okay.
And so both were very, very important to me. And as a result, I presented A Touch of Understanding to our board, and for 2 years in a row, they supported them at their Make Bacon Fake charity fundraiser.
That sounds like a whole different story.
Yes,
the Make Bacon Fake charity. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. But we're so appreciative for your involvement, and so you've been primarily involved as a fundraiser and a donor for ATOU. But you've also had an opportunity to do some volunteering when it comes to our fundraising as well. Weren't you involved with helping with Art from the Heart?
Art from the Heart. There are 2 other women who are involved in RAN.
Okay.
And who have gotten very involved with the fundraising projects that you were doing, especially when you were doing Art from the Heart.
Okay.
And they would put together a group of women from our organization, from RAN, to help with the serving at those fundraisers. And right off the bat, I can't remember how many of those events there were. I'm thinking at least 3, perhaps more. I can remember one at Blue Goose.
Yeah, we did the Blue Goose a couple times.
Yeah, and then the art place in Roseville, I believe it was.
Okay.
There's an art gallery or something. We did one there. So anyway, yes, that's where I did.
So you were helping to serve and set up tables? Okay.
Yeah, which was very, very fun.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you and your husband have actually gone to a recent workshop, have you not?
We did this past year, probably, I'd say about 3 months ago.
Okay. All right.
We had an opportunity to go. I wanted my husband to have an opportunity to see what one of these workshops was like.
Okay.
And so we went and spent the morning at a school, and by his choice, it was a school where they were doing both elementary and kind of upper grade.
Okay.
And so his choice was to follow the upper grade children.
Okay.
And so like the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And so we first saw the conversations.
Okay.
With a variety of people with various...
Of the speakers?
Of the speakers with various disabilities.
Okay.
And then we followed those children into the stations where they had an opportunity to, to experience all of the things.
All the wheelchairs, and the learning disabilities, and the white
etc.
canes. And
Yeah.
Is there a particular station that stood out with you or with your husband that you found the most impactful?
For me, I think the blind, walking with the cane.
Okay.
Even for me, I hadn't recalled how that whole process worked,
okay.
and the walking along the wall and the instructions for how to use the cane. None of that had ever really registered for me.
Okay.
And so that was
and the importance of keeping it wide enough
yes.
so that you don't,
yes.
Trip on
yeah.
something or go down an area that you don't necessarily want to go down.
Yeah.
And we are fortunate to work with an awful lot of people on our team, volunteers and people on our board that have, that may have challenges that
yeah.
absolutely have overcome these challenges and then have an opportunity to share that with the children because they learn from that
yeah.
as well.
And their willingness to share.
Yes.
Because having a husband who has a physical disability,
mm-hmm.
that is, who doesn't want to be seen as physically disabled,
sure.
Who never would even allow when he worked for them to put him in that category.
Sure.
I know how difficult it is for somebody to hold up that disability and say, look at me, when most of your life you spent saying, don't look at me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
but we are so grateful for you and what you've done for A Touch of Understanding, both as a donor, as a volunteer, as an ambassador for ATOU, serving at the fundraisers, helping to encourage other people to donate to ATOU. Those are huge things. We couldn't do what we do. We couldn't serve the nearly 116,000 children that we have served in nearly 23-year history if it weren't for people like you and your husband. So we are very grateful for you.
Well, you're going to make me cry on this one. But see, for me, it's the other way around. I'm grateful that A Touch of Understanding exists. And I am so in awe of everybody that works for the organization. I'm in awe of Leslie for what she's been able to put together. I mean, I just think it's amazing. And it's local. It's personable. It's personal. It's not, if you donate to Touch of Understanding, you know immediately where your money's going. There's no big organization. It's here.
There's no layers.
There's no layers.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is important for people to know. So we thank you very much. Now, I have a special question for you. Have you ever had an opportunity to hear one of Nolan's jokes?
I don't believe so, Nolan. Am I going to have that opportunity
Yes,
now?
you are. Everybody that does a carpool conversation gets to hear one of Nolan's jokes. They're fun.
Am I obligated to laugh?
No.
Yes.
Yes, no.
Yes. I said no, he said yes. So you can decide.
Okay.
We have split personality here.
Okay.
Why did the phone have to wear glasses?
Why did the phone have to wear glasses? Nolan, I don't know. Why did the phone have to wear glasses?
He lost all his contacts.
Okay.
My gosh.
That's good.
Yes.
I like it.
Well, you have the special designation of being, this is episode of our Carpool Conversation, number 49. We have been doing this now for nearly a year.
It's amazing.
Isn't that amazing? And so we've had a lot of good feedback on how people have been not only entertained, but educated on A Touch of Understanding and what we bring to the communities of which we serve. So Nolan started a paperclip challenge on episode 26 because we were commemorating after our episode 25, the next 25.
Okay.
So the episode after yours is going to be a special trade. Yes, it is. And so, Nolan, you want to share a little bit about the paperclip challenge?
Yeah, so the objective of the paperclip challenge was just to trade a paper. I started with the paperclip, and I started trading all the people from the Carpool Conversations. It went from a paperclip to a pen. It was a teapot at one point.
There was a
purse,
a doll.
Yeah, so it's various different things. And what we have today is a 1899 1896.
1886.
1896.
Wow.
Silver dollar.
You want to show that?
Awesome.
Yeah. Check that out.
That's pretty cool. Super
That is
old.
amazing.
100 years old.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
So that's solid silver. You don't see many of those
No,
anymore.
you don't.
No, you don't.
Awesome.
And then what do you have with you to trade to Nolan?
Should I open it?
Oh, you don't have to open it necessarily. You can tell us what it is.
It is a limited edition, I'll call it a print.
Okay.
Because it's a block print.
Okay.
By an artist called Paula Barragan.
Okay.
She's South American, I believe.
Okay.
And anyway, it was part of a suite of five limited edition pieces by different artists that we got in New York.
Okay.
And we've never had it framed.
Okay.
And it's been sitting in a closet. And so I thought, this is a worthy gift.
That's very valuable.
That
Thank
maybe
you.
somebody will be able to use this.
I think that's probably a really good idea. So thank you
It's
so
a mystery.
much.
It's behind here.
It's the mystery print.
It's the mystery
Well,
print.
see, that's perfect because
Pick it
whoever
out.
receives it, then they can put whatever frame around it they would choose.
They would choose to.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, people's taste it changes all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Karen, thank you so very much being with us today. We're so grateful for you, for your time, for your donations, for all that you have done, and for the fact that you would take the time out of your busy schedule to spend a little time talking about your story, your personal story, with a touch of understanding.
Well, I'm sure I'm one of millions out. Well, maybe not millions because we're local, right? So, but surely hundreds of people out there that could easily sit in this seat.
Absolutely, hundreds and perhaps thousands. So,
who have done.
Yeah, so you're special.
A lot more than me.
Well,
So,
you know what? Everybody that touches
Yeah.
ATOU is touched and touches back.
Well, thank you.
It's a rippling effect. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.